Ahead on primetime, passengers arriving from Guam stranded at the Manila airport after being denied entry. Plus, along with a pair of cases reported through Department of Defense, Anderson Air Force Base confirms 7 service members deployed to Guam have tested positive for COVID-19. And to date, over 18,000 applications have been filed for pandemic unemployment assistance.
Hafa and good evening, everyone. Flight service resumed Tuesday between Guam and Manila, but if you plan to go, make sure to check on the latest entry requirements. We spoke today with a Guam passenger who was on that first flight back, who's now stranded at the Manila airport. Gavin Diego spoke to us from the Philippine Airlines Lounge, where he and 12 other non-Filipino citizens who were denied entry are staying.
I believe there was just some big miscommunication as to why they allowed us on that flight or to book that flight. And yeah, this is where we're at. We're just trying to stay positive in a tough situation.
Philippine Airlines local sales agent Connie Meyer says due to the evolving COVID situation, PAL has posted notices of precautionary measures and requirements for travelers.
Before you fly, please be informed of the latest travel requirements. So what we give are guidelines, and they are always subject to change because of the situation, and therefore it is always prudent to just always look at the website, verify the sources.
Diego says when they arrived, all the passengers were swabbed and tested, but the non-Philippine passport holders were separated when they got to the immigration counter.
Again, that's immigration's control. Immigrations is the one that's determining who are allowed in a country, on that particular country, so that's Philippine immigration officers. And then the airlines are working with the officers. And we're trying our best to do what we can to help the passengers.
Meyer says she's reached out to PAL's corporate office in Manila. Meanwhile, Diego expects to remain at the airline lounge.
They're going to continue to hold us at the airport because there have been 2 guys from Hawaii who wrote Philippine Airlines from Hawaii, and they've been here since Sunday. So
Diego was planning to stay in the Philippines for a month to pick up his infant son. He believes there might be a slim chance that the Philippine equivalent of the State Department can still approve his entry.
My son's mother is my fiance. I'm trying to get her. I got a few documents. Hopefully, she can take them over to a Department of Foreign Affairs, and they can issue me a request for an exclusion order. Hopefully, that's the guards, the supervisor at immigration here said this was the only way they could release me.
Otherwise, the next flight back to Guam is on Friday. The number of COVID cases on Guam has gone up again. According to the updated public health situation report, there are 2 new cases that tested positive through the Department of Defense that were identified through contact tracing. They are 2 women who are non-residents. One is between the ages of 30 to 39, while the other is between the ages of 40 and 49. This brings the total number of COVID-19 cases on Guam to 188. Community testing, meanwhile, is scheduled for tomorrow from 9 a.m. to noon at the St. Anthony Catholic Church grounds. You do not have to have symptoms to get tested. It is free. Just bring an ID. 7 service members deployed to Anderson Air Force Base have tested positive for COVID-19. They arrived May 25th and were staying at the Reef Hotel in Tumon. According to an Air Force press release, one of the service members first showed symptoms June 11, and testing by the Naval Hospital produced a positive result the next day. 6 additional personnel that had close contact were also positive. The Air Force would not say how many members make up the deployment or where they were deployed from. The release says all service members assigned to the unit were rapidly placed in isolation and have since been relocated to Anderson Air Base, where they are under medical observation in accordance with CDC protocols. Anderson spokesperson Lieutenant Colonel Tamara Fisher-Carter said they were on restricted movement, which means they are allowed to leave the base and go directly to their lodging in Tumon. She could not say if they were tested upon arrival, but she says the Air Force does test those who are symptomatic. In a statement, Anderson Commander Brigadier General Gentry Boswell said they are, quote, continually monitoring the situation and working closely with Joint Region Marianas and the Guam Department of Public Health to coordinate prevention and response efforts. The Supreme Court of Guam heard arguments from the Areola law firm and the Superior Court of Guam on Mark Tory Jr.'s petition to appeal Judge Arthur Barcenas' decision and dismiss the case with prejudice. Both parties' arguments pointing to the speedy trial clock. In the government's second attempt at the case, an amended indictment charges Mark Tory Jr. with negligent homicide and aggravated assault for the 2015 fatal shooting of fellow police officer Albert Piolo. In October of last year, he asserted his right to a speedy trial, and his attorney Anita Areola argues that throughout the course, there has been multiple violations to her client's rights, including not having a trial judge who was ready and available to try the case to conclusion, that there was an attempt to pay lip service.
The January 8th memorandum issued by Judge Berdallo before voir dire began on January 8th was before January 10th when voir dire began. On January 9th, in a chamber conference with counsel, Judge Berdallo informed the parties he intended to resign, that he would continue to select the jury, and he would decide the motion in limine. Then on January 22nd, Judge Berdallo said he would resign soon and that a new judge would take up jury selection and decide the motion in limine. In this case, voir dire commenced on January 10th, and as of today, the jurors are still sitting there. They're waiting. They were waiting on January 22nd. They were waiting on February 4th. They were waiting on March 4th when we filed this petition for writ of mandamus.
Arguing on behalf of the people and the Superior Court, Attorney Marianne Wolashuk asked the High Court to deny the petition, arguing there were actions that told the speedy trial clock.
When the motion is filed and then when the decision and order comes out, that entire period would be the tolling period. So you have to look and see if the events that happened during that time happened in a reasonable time frame. And in this case, they did, because they were sort of compact together.
The Supreme Court has taken the matter under advisement. A civil lawsuit alleging revenge pornography has been filed by Janela Carrera against Troy Torres, the owner of Candid Inc. and other unnamed individuals. Carrera is alleging revenge pornography for images of her posted on Candid's Facebook page in May. She is seeking a trial by jury, a temporary restraining order, and a permanent injunction, along with attorney's fees and special and punitive damages. The revenge pornography law enacted in 2016 makes it unlawful to distribute images of persons depicted in a state of nudity or engaged in sexual activities. It is a crime punishable up to a third-degree felony. Carrera is the communications director for Governor Lou Leon Guerrero. No date has been scheduled for a hearing, but attorney Tom Fisher stands by his decision to file suit against the AG's office for failing to submit documents that were requested in a Freedom of Information request. Among some of the items Fisher requested, WhatsApp messages sent between lawyers under the AG and the governor's office.
They cited, I think, 4 separate reasons for it: attorney-client work privilege, something called the deliberative process privilege, which doesn't exist on Guam. They also said that these documents can't be turned over because they are the subject or involved in somehow litigation. They're referring to our earlier suit for double pay, and none of their exceptions work.
Fisher yesterday requested a writ of mandamus with the Superior Court to get disclosure of certain documents from the Attorney General's office.
What we did prior to that, of course, was we filed a Freedom of Information Act request, and they responded by saying, no, we're basically not going to turn over anything. So once again, had to go to court. It's a little discouraging, of course. I mean, these documents are clearly disclosable. I don't understand why they don't want to turn them over. Well, of course they don't want to turn them over. They're probably afraid there might be something embarrassing in there. But nevertheless, the law is the law.
Fisher tells KUAM's Containing COVID that he has received nothing from the AG's office after filing 2 separate FOIA requests since March. KUAM is awaiting a comment from AG Levin Camacho. Boxes and boxes of Programan Salapi Azudan Itauta applications are sitting in the office of Administration Director Edward Byrne. Although 18,000 checks totaling $13 million have been processed to date, there are about 8,000 applications they are still working on because, Byrne says, they are missing required documents.
And it's very important, please, that people send the missing information. And as you know, the deadline for the submission of these applications, although the initial date is closed, that means that nobody can submit new applications after Friday. You have until June 30th to submit all the supporting documentation for these applications. And Public Health is contacting everybody that's applied. When we go through these applications, we find a fair number of anomalies, like people that have applied in one program and applied again in another, or indeed we've had some people who applied as a head of household on one application and as a dependent on another application. So we're combing through these as rigorously we can, and we're at May 13th now.
Processing these financial disaster applications is a new added responsibility of DOA staff, which is also processing checks and payments for GIDA's small business grant programs, EIP checks, and soon to be processing PUA and FPUC payments. Byrne says he understands the frustrations, but he and his staff are working to get all the checks cut as soon as possible. As for the long-awaited unemployment program payments, Department of Labor Director David De La Sola says to date, some 18,297 online applications have been filed, but they are still working to clear a final hurdle that's blocking payments from being dispersed.
The system, they sent to DOA this morning a test file to send to the bank, and if that goes all well, then that will probably put the final touches on the payment module so that we can move forward with the payments.
Depending on the outcome of the test run, up to 15,000 FPUC and PUA checks could be issued either in the paper form or electronically in a matter of days. DOL's processing center at GCC is open for people to apply online. Village libraries are also being used as satellite sites. Tomorrow, online applications will be accepted at the Jotnya Library. You must call to make an appointment. The numbers are 988-3672, 788-0729, and 689-1872. Residents are also urged to report unemployment fraud, waste, and abuse to pua.fraud@dol.guam.gov. More news right after this.
During these uncertain times, it's important to remember that we are in this together.
The Cowboys Insurance Team has continued to service the needs of our customers.
As in the past 80 years, you can count on us to be here when you need us most, when it comes to your health and the health of your family.
Let's continue making the right choices by staying home, staying safe, and staying healthy.
We are all in this together, and together we will rise again.
It makes myself and it makes my team members very proud to work for an organization that has been on island for many years with its focus on reliability, dependability, and commitment to the communities that they operate in.
Matson's a great corporate citizen to the community.
We all benefit from any sort of environmental commitment we make. One of the ways that we do that is with our Adahi Utano program. There's action behind it, and so action breeds commitment.
With the Kaimana Hila coming to Guam, this brings a new age and modernization to the island.
It's exciting for me because it's a brand new ship and we can carry more freight into the islands. It just shows growth for Guam and Micronesia.
Matson would be nothing without its customers, and we hope to continue to serve you for decades to come.
We are open to serve you at Cars Plus Guam. Need a quick service for your vehicle? Visit our express lane at Cars Plus. Done fast, done right. No appointment needed. Our service team is dedicated to helping you get your vehicle in and out of the shop and back on the road quickly and securely. Simply drop off your vehicle at our express lane driveway, and one of our service advisors will take care of it. Need a ride? Not to worry. We have a shuttle vehicle ready to drop you back home and pick you up when your vehicle is ready. Open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit us today. We are open to serve you.
Ruby Tuesday Guam is still preparing the dishes you love for either curbside carryout or delivery. Call them at 647-7828 or 647-7829 for curbside carryout service with a smile. For delivery, download the free Grab and Grub app and follow the instructions to get Ruby Tuesdays delivered to your door. Stay safe and healthy, Guam.
more freedom, to learn more, to create more, to connect more. Mix and match Data Pass. Take your data further.
Gather round. The Cravings Pack from Taco Bell. 4 crunchy tacos and 4 beefy 5-layer burritos, paired perfectly with all your Taco Bell favorites. So grab a Cravings Pack for your crew at Taco Bell's contactless drive-thru.
KUAM News, winner of the 2020 Regional Edward R. Murrow Award for Excellence in Social Media.
Welcome back. With Guam Delegate Michael San Nicolas facing a House Investigative Subcommittee probe, KUAM spoke with a former Washington insider with decades of experience and even his own share of scandal for his take on the allegations.
Former staffer to Delegates Bordalio and Underwood, John Witt, weighs in on current Delegate San Nicolas' investigation this morning on KUAM's COVID-19 special report.
The thing about a subcommittee then is it's got a singular focus. And so, is that good or bad? Well, in my view, it's complicated.
He expects the process to run its course through the election.
In some cases, like some members, it gets kicked over to the next Congress because, you know, the issue is so broad.
He says it's implausible to know what their conclusion will be, but adds that it's a delicate situation as the investigative subcommittee narrows in. But how is this different from then Congresswoman Bordalio's investigation?
In the Congresswoman's case, the full committee indicated it's going to do its investigation, and then in the intervening months, she lost her re-election, so she wasn't returning. So the issue became moot. Right. So they did not have to issue a final report.
For the current delegate, he says this is not business as usual.
As a person that himself has found himself in legal trouble, I've got to say this, that for politicians to say it's just politics, it's what they always say. Go back to any politician ever been in trouble on Guam. They always say that's not unique to Guam.
For Guam's News Network, I'm Tomas Manglona.
Mayors held a special meeting today to focus on issues regarding freely associated state citizens in their villages. They say there is a small segment of FAS migrants who create problems such as crime and domestic violence. Guest speaker Carlotta Leon Guerrero, the governor's chief advisor on regional affairs, says one thing the administration is doing is calling for better screening by federal immigration officials who are supposed to ensure that arriving migrants have a job or are going to school. And they've also asked the FAS leadership to step in.
We're feeling the pressure of the front lines, the mayors being the front lines, and so that's an issue that we feel that the U.S. government has the resources, they could do a better job, or the freely associated states governments could put in some kind of conditions. They put out press releases and notices saying you can't go to Guam unless you have to show us a lease, you have to show us a pay stub, a utility bill, you have to show something as a reason why to go to Guam in a time of a pandemic. So it shows to us that they can hear and respond.
Also at the meeting was Father Fran Hiesel, who spent more than 45 years working and teaching in Micronesia. He suggests the entire current compact impact reimbursement program needs to be scrapped and replaced with something much more fair to Guam.
Think big in terms of getting reimbursal or getting the commitment on the part from the U.S. to do the kinds of things that the U.S. has promised to its compact migrants. In the U.S., Guam, the freely associated states, all together talking to the U.S. about the future, not about the next 5 years or so, but about the next 20 or 25 years. A future in which we ensure the safety, shall we say, of the Pacific and U.S. interests in it.
Under the current Compact Impact Reimbursement Agreement, Guam, the CNMI, Hawaii, and other mainland communities share about $30 million a year. Guam has estimated that our costs alone are in the hundreds of millions annually. A man accused of possibly impregnating a 14-year-old girl was arrested by police for third-degree sexual assault as a second-degree felony. According to court documents, K.R. Rusan caught the attention of police during a home invasion complaint. Rusan allegedly entered a home at around 4 a.m. June 13, waking up a man inside. The man struggled with Rusan and restrained him until police arrived. Officers then spoke to a 14-year-old girl in the home who said she had a child on April 25th this year, and it was possibly Rusan's child. When police asked him about the baby and engaging in sex with the girl, he said, quote, "That's me and her baby." As much of the world's attention is on COVID-19, hospital CEO Esther Muña is also keeping a pulse on other non-COVID health issues that persist through any disaster. Our Tomas Manglonia speaks with the CEO on Saipan on how other health concerns are on the rise.
People were delaying their care, so it's something that we're trying to continuously encourage individuals to please seek care.
Other health issues impacted by fear brewed by the coronavirus. Hospital CEO Esther Muña says at the peak of the COVID response, hospital admissions were low.
They're basically waiting for it to hurt, or either, they just can't take it anymore.
She says numbers are returning to pre-COVID levels.
For ER, we have usually about 30 per shift of individuals that walk into the ER. We were seeing during the COVID response about 8 or probably lower.
Looking ahead when it comes to the COVID response, she's confident the community will follow health guidelines.
I've visited, some of the establishments and I've seen a lot of changes and people really do want to stop, or contain this virus as much as they can.
At the end of the day, there really is no one-size-fits-all solution when it comes to the current crisis.
It's not economy versus, let me just make sure that I stress this, it's not economy versus health. It's health versus health when we're not taking care of the patients. We talked about the health. We want people to not delay their care. And if these services are not available, obviously things are not gonna, their health may also be in jeopardy.
Tomas Manglonia for KUAM News on Saipan.
Coming up, we continue to celebrate the unique graduates of 2020. Stick around, you're watching KUAM.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your fourth meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live más.
More freedom. To learn more. To create more. To connect more. Mix and match data paths. Take your data further.
Your health and safety is our business. Protect your employees and customers with APEC Professional Services. Our certified team uses EPA-registered disinfectants and CDC-approved procedures, proven to aid in the fight against coronavirus and other harmful microorganisms. Prevent reinfection through disinfection. Call our office at 477-7310 or our 24-hour rapid response hotline at 858-2852. Keep Guam safe with APEC Professional Disinfection Services.
Gather round, the Cravings Pack from Taco Bell. 4 crunchy tacos and 4 beefy 5-layer burritos, paired perfectly with all your Taco Bell favorites. So grab a Cravings Pack for your crew at Taco Bell's contactless drive-thru.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
We still hand rotate every barrel. We still hand dip every bottle. We still hand cut every label and use red winter wheat from the same single-family farm. Because just like our distinctive taste, these are the marks of the maker.
Welcome back, everyone. We continue to show our support to the entire class of 2020 in a special user-generated segment with submissions from their loved ones.
It's time for Head of the Class 2020, which is brought to you by Guam Community College and ABC Stores. Congratulations to all of these graduates this year, starting with Shaniqua Janae C. Cruz from GW High School. Congratulations, you have worked so very hard for this day. We're so proud of you and what you've accomplished. May the success lead to great achievement. May the light of your glory never go dim. God bless you on your next journey. Love, the family. Vanessa Dolores Napoti from Southern High School. Congratulations, Vanessa. We are so proud of you and all that you do. Continue to strive and excel in life ahead of you. We love you. Brian Matthew Sonko from Father Duenas. Congratulations, Brian, on your graduation. We're very proud of the man you have become, and we hope that you won't stop exploring, growing, and reaching for your dreams. We love you, Mom, Dad, and Audrey. Jada Dawn St. Nicholas graduating from GW. We are so proud of you, my girl. Remember, this is not the end, it's the beginning. Show the world what you got. Janaea Kate Chargaloff graduating from Southern High School, daughter of John and Karina Chargaloff of Inarahan. Congratulations, we are so proud of you. And Anthony Sablon from Simon Sanchez. You did it. Many congratulations to you, our sweet AJ, on this accomplishment. Wishing you the best on your new journey. Always strive for the best. We love you always. Love, Mom, Dad, Ralph, and Javen. And that's your Head of the Class 2020 for today, which is brought to you as always by Guam Community College and ABC Stores.
And you can watch more submissions every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on KUAM News. Coming up, your birthday shout-outs. Keep it here.
Chill out and cool off. McDonald's is bringing back an ice-cold treat that we love. Slushies, available in 3 flavors. Fruit punch, cool blue raspberry, very popular, and the new pink lemonade. Each flavor now only $1.99 each. Try them all. Slushies are available for a limited time. Served at all Guam locations drive-thru in Tamuning, Hagåtña, Harmon, Mighty, and Jigo. At McDonald's, I'm loving it. MTO Maintenance will now completely sanitize your home, office, or business with state-of-the-art commercial sprayers. For over 30 years, MTO Maintenance has been committed to the health and safety of our customers. And now, more than ever, a clean home, office, carpets, and furniture is a necessity to our island. Give us a call today. Stay healthy and stay safe, Guam.
Call 647-6861 for an appointment.
We are open to serve you at Cars Plus Guam. Need a quick service for your vehicle? Visit our express lane at Cars Plus. Done fast, done right. No appointment needed. Our service team is dedicated to helping you get your vehicle in and out of the shop and back on the road quickly and securely. Simply drop off your vehicle at our express lane driveway, and one of our service advisors will take care of it. Need a ride? Not to worry. We have a shuttle vehicle ready to drop you back home and pick you up when your vehicle is ready. Open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit us today. We are open to serve you.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
On this midweek wonderful hump day, June 17th, we all say together as a community and as one family. Here we go, guys. Say it with me. Happy birthday going out to W. Curry. Happy birthday from your husband, Ian. And also, happy birthday number 12 to Elijah Sunega. Happy birthday to you. Have a blessed and wonderful special day. We love you very much. This shout out is coming from Mom, Dad, your sisters, and your brothers. That's a wonderful family, and that includes each and every one of us, not just KUAM, even though we mean it, not just Cold Stone Creamery, but the entire island. So all of us together, we hope both of you have a fantastic and wonderful birthday.
And remember, you can be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by just registering online on KUAM.com. And please make sure to send us your photo, your name, and your birthday. That's our report for tonight. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be safe out there.
In Full Zoom is presented to you by Calvo Enterprises, Inc.
Half a day, everyone. Nestor Lecanto here. Welcome to another edition of In Full Zoom. And it's my pleasure to, first of all, introduce our guest for this segment. Eveline Campos is the Vice President of